And this is the astrological forecast for the sign of Taurus, sun sign individuals from now through to the end of the year. I say sun sign individuals because obviously if we're doing one sign's forecast, this is only a generalised forecast. If you want a proper forecast as an individual, you'll have to come to me through my website. You know how to get hold of me. But for Taurus in general, well, this last few weeks, July, early August, has been and continues to be in the short term absolutely bonkers and mental and crazy, and it's going to be like that for the short term future. But the big picture, the long term scale stuff here is not too bad at all. But let's get through to the last 6 weeks of the year. No, it's not all bad. Some of you are doing really well, others are not. So let's look at who is doing well first of all. If you're one of those Taurians born in April, then there's not a lot going on that you need to worry about. You can stay under the radar, you can get things done, you can be effective and efficient without attracting too much attention. You're relatively fortunate. And there's a few others that are fortunate as well. Pluto is doing very well indeed with a few of you, especially those of you lucky enough to be born around the 17th, 18th, 19th of May. If you're one of these, then Pluto's trining your sun from now through to the end of the year, and that's giving you a great deal more psychological stability, depth, gravitas. It's bringing a lot more forensic ability, an ability to get to the bottom of things. It's bringing an ability to see what's going on and to see the wiring underneath the board. If you're one of those people born at the end of Taurus, your psychological self-stamina and self-confidence is going through a major upgrade. And Neptune's not doing too bad. On the one hand, those of you born around the 13th, 14th, 15th, Neptune's actually smiling on you, bringing a sense of better imagination, better intuition, opportunities for a more sensitive and spiritual life, but at the same time Saturn's squaring you, so it's not all easy. Saturn is impacting on a number of you. Those of you born around the second week of May, well, the actual dates are about the 9th through to the 15th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. If you're born on these dates in May, then Saturn is now squaring your sun and will be until at least mid-November and in some cases early January. So for you people born in the second week of May, with Saturn squaring your sun, time for weeding and pruning and streamlining and clearing the decks and letting go of things, people, situations and environments that are past their sell-by date and have reached the end of their shelf life. None of this is loss. It's more clearing the deck so that when the future comes in, it doesn't have to negotiate old baggage. And by doing this, you're doing yourself a big favour because you're getting rid of a lot of dross, whether that be in terms of people or environments or situations. And instead, you're focusing on your true priorities. So be selective of who you put time and energy into, and all should be well. Burden yourself with other people's expectations of you and you'll end up with nothing to show for it. Jupiter isn't really touching you. He's going to smile on a few of you, those of you born at the very end of Taurus, around the 28th, 29th. Sorry, that's 28, 29 degrees. Around the 19th, 20th, 21st over late October to mid-December, but that's a brief riposte. Uranus is hammering you. Uranus is directly impacting on those of you born around the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, perhaps the 9th of May. If you're one of these people, Uranus is on top of your sun, and this happens every 84 years. This is a time of concentrated and compressed change, which can be disruptive, chaotic, dramatic, sudden and unpredictable, and pull the rug from underneath your feet and upset the apple cart and bring chaos and disorder into your life. Can also be innovative, exciting, fun and adventurous with words like independence, freedom and liberty. So if you're one of these people born on the 5th to the 9th of May, you need to make changes, because if you don't make changes, then changes will get made. And you will either act or you will react. And this is going to be sticking around until March, April, May of next year. So change is an essential, because without change, you get entropy, which leads to decay. And it's exacerbated in the immediate short term by the fact that Mars is still in your sign. Not for much longer. Mars will leave Taurus around the 20th of August. But in the very short term future, the next 2 weeks, there's still a degree of volatility, irritation, impatience and frustration. After August, it is going to calm down for most of you, but there is a brief sudden upturn. It's like the pimple on top of the boil coming up around the total eclipse of the full moon in Taurus on the 8th of November, which happens to be the American elections. So this tells me that there's some massive changes coming up for a number of you. And those of you who have been through big changes this year, I do expect them to suddenly surge forward and exacerbate around the 8th of November. So count to 10 at that time. Forewarned is forearmed. For all of you, this is a time of change, and Taurus is known for its stability and its solidity. So change is not an easy concept for many of you. If you need a bit of personal advice, you know how to get hold of me. All right, good luck. Next year is going to be so much